Hello Virgo, welcome to your March 1st through 15th reading. This is a collective reading for all Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you'd like a private reading on your personal energy, please go to royalmystic.com and I'll be happy to assist you. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods, and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow all Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. We thank you so much, Divine, for your wonderful information. Your energy is always welcome and very appreciated. Nice. Perfect Virgo energy. The Pentacles is the Virgo sign. And this is your here and now. It's okay. Got things going on. And relationship, love life, and spiritual life. And career and finance. Very nice. Ten of Swords and the Tower are necessities in life. Sometimes we have to go through things to understand how important things are when we have to release them. And this Ten of Swords is a release, and this Tower is an obstacle coming down, removing. Even though it is scary energy, you're able to do it. We've got the Queen of Swords here. So the Queen of Swords is about speaking your mind. Virgos, that might be the Tower coming down for you, because Virgos don't like to say things sometimes. They hold things within. Virgos are very grounded, and unless, you push them to the limit, everybody has a limit. But Virgos tend to hold on to their emotion, and which makes them very formidable. When they do stand up for themselves, they're pretty powerful. It's like, the top of a mountain. A boulder might be sitting there trembling, ready to cut loose, but when it does decide to roll, there better not be anything in the way. That's all I can say. When that boulder comes rolling down the side of that mountain, it's a big one, and it's going to do some damage. So here is the Queen of Swords. So some of you, this may be talking about legal representation. The Queen of Swords can be an attorney, engineer, law enforcement, any kind of service, being in armed services. This person can be a scientist or a surgeon or doctor. So we'll see what our clarifiers have to say about her, but I really feel like it's more about cutting through the BS. For some of you, that's what's happening. You're cutting through the BS or cutting loose of something. Ace of Pentacles, that is your energy. It's a divine message from the universe. It's a divine gift of commitment, stability, grounding. One thing you need to know also about when the Pentacles show up, not just because they're your sign, but because they are a symbol of the here and now. It's a lifetime, this lifetime occurrence, not a past or future. So this is happening in the now, and this is a great energy. This is an abundance, a blessing of abundance by the universe. The universe is giving you this gift of stability, foundation, strong financial security. Now, here is the Star card. Amazing. This is a huge soul gift. This is an awakening. This is happening. See, her third eye is lit up on her forehead there. This is a soul going supernova. So definitely an awakening. The energy feels very wild and crazy. You would think it would be like the Sound of Music, the entrance where they're singing, "The hills are alive." Well, it's kind of an ominous energy, and it feels like something's, like the earth. You can feel the earth moving, like something big is heading your way. And it's a little bit anxiety riddled, okay? Because you haven't had that particular experience. And this goes on every cycle. There's different changes. Just like when the full moon happens, you feel it. Everybody's having weirdness, and so it's kind of the same thing. The awakening is about the same thing. Now, this can be the tearing down of old constructs of how you think and how you behave and what you are willing to do or not do, or how you're willing to go through your life. So this can be you actually tearing down the way things are in order to have the new way. And I'm just going to say it, Virgo, the best in the world at building a wall to keep people out. So for some of you, this may be new relationships in the offing, and you're having to kind of come outside of your wall. And when you do, you have a panic attack. Oh my God, I'm out here. I can be seen. I'm vulnerable. What's going to go wrong? You're thinking of every kind of way this can go wrong. This is all self-made. These thoughts are thoughts. That's all they are. It's your fear. It's your anxiety. It's your insecurities. It's not fact. So know that. It's scary. It also has to do with this energy here. So and anytime there's something new, fear is involved. So feel the fear and do it anyway. So we have learning something new that will bring in more abundance. This is this is called the Apprentice card. And for some of us, it may be learning how to have a new kind of relationship. How to make it different than the last time that didn't work. Okay. And if we've been alone a long time, we've got to relearn how to be around other people. We get used to get set in our ways, and we have to make room for other people. Now, this is all the options and things going on, and feeling like there's way too much going on and overwhelmed. This is the overanalysis paralysis card. So when the person asks to spend more time with you, there might be a moment of fear that comes in, and you're trying to decide, we throw up the obstacle too, that I've got all these things going on, and kind of shield ourselves with our day-to-day lives. So this is telling you, don't overthink it. Just allow yourself to go through and start your new chapter. And you've got the World card, which is saying you have to get your confidence in the fact that you are going to step into this divine light. You're going to step out into the world, and it won't be so bad. This is the new cycle. So this is showing a victory. This World card is a victory. It's being on top. It's being elevated in status as far as your experience and your personality. All of that is confident, and this is the highest confidence you have. So just remember, you wouldn't be in the situation if you weren't ready. So allow yourself to step in to who you are and what you can do, because this is just saying you've got it within you. You've just got to pull it out and stand in your power, girl. Stand in your power. And if it's not a girl, that's fine. If I'm speaking to men too, stand in your power. That's really everybody gets scared. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Here is the moon. This is that moment of things being revealed. This is divine timing. This is having yourself in balance and allowing yourself to be ready for whatever's coming. Okay, this is something new, and it is having to do with a higher self moment. For some of you, it's something you don't realize is developing on the job front. Okay, because it's talking about having that spiritual balance here, and this is releasing negative energy, thoughts, people. This is a closure. So for some of you, this tower will signify something that's going to change here. Now, it doesn't have to be bad, okay, because this is showing good energy. This is kind of like something that's it's being brought into existence. So for some of you, it may be a job that doesn't even exist, that's being made especially for you. Okay, so it doesn't mean that it's something bad. But whatever the ending is, it is a natural end. It's something that has to end. You see the golden light on top of these swords. And they're not stabbing this person. It's just time for it to end. And then the High Priestess. So it's telling you with whatever happens here, okay, with these two cards, whatever happens here, and that's the order it's showing, you've got to allow yourself to know that this is what's supposed to happen and allow yourself to move forward by the grace of the divine. This is going with the flow and allowing yourself to manifest your new future, and whatever's going to happen this is part of the process. So you've got to just allow yourself to go with the flow. So there's something in the horizon that may not seem like it's a good thing, but it actually is going to relieve some of the mental pressure on you, some of that negative energy. So let's see what the clarifiers have to say. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow all Virgo, sun, moon, and rising to have the clarification they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. We thank you so much, divine, for your presence here, and you are always welcome. New beginning. That's an ending and a new beginning at the same time. There's that Eight of Pentacles, so it's confirming. Fear, thoughts. Yep. Ace of Swords. Okay, so you've got the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So this is definitely releasing you from something that has been holding you back. It's a victory. So whatever you're standing up for, you actually come out of it on top. Okay, so you've got this little Fool card, and you see the circle, the zero here. He is the zero in the major arcana. And this means he is the unbroken circle of life. So what it means is whatever ends begins as smooth as silk. Also, this coin it's got the I want to say octa, but it's not octa. A hexagram? I can't remember. It's a five-sided thing, but it's also talking circular because so is the zero here. This is that circle. So coins are generally round, even though this one is shaped like a pentagram. Is that print? Yeah, pentagram. So, because the pentagon is 5. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling on here about this. So what I'm trying to say is the coin is generally circular. Our coins today are circular. So is the Fool. The Fool is talking about the zero in the major arcana. It's talking about a new beginning, and so is this. It's talking about beginning with great groundedness, okay? But this is telling you you've got to leave all the baggage because you don't have a whole lot of luggage there. That's just a little tiny pack, okay? So you can maybe fit some keys and a toothbrush, you know what I'm saying? You got to leave all the old junk. Seriously, you just got to leave the old junk and start again with this heart of a child. This is innocence. This is a new beginning. And you are able to move forward, okay? Smoothly, which means you won't miss a paycheck. No problema. Star card, 8 of Pentacles. So when this new awakening comes in, the spiritual, your spiritual wish is being granted. Okay, the universe is saying yes to the ascension process for you, the awakening, and will be learning a lot of new stuff. Okay, so here is the wonderful coin that I was speaking of, the round coin, and all this abundance is out here to be had. So this is whatever you're learning will be prosperous for you, okay? Also grounding you in the now, so this is happening in this lifetime. Here comes the tower sailing down, and it looks like it's because of some divine information that comes to you. It's either a divine idea or someone telling you something that causes this change, this tower to come down. Sometimes we have an idea of something that we think is one way, and we don't have it correct. Sometimes we've been misinformed. And once we find out the truth, then everything changes, the whole fundamental thought process. So here's the fear, thoughts, and anxiety. Here's the fear, thoughts, and anxiety. This is feeling left out in the cold or forgotten. So what's happening is the coins are back here behind their head, and they can't see them because they're facing forward. So you have to understand, sometimes things are working behind the scenes, even though you can't see it in your natural eyes, it's still being worked on. And to confirm that, you've got the Temperance card, which is the Archangel Uriel, taking in that heavy energy. This is not a faded spot on my card. That's white light. So the white light is coming in through the top of the crown and being filtered in from cup to cup. So this is a little bit of alchemy happening in our behalf. It's telling you to be patient. Your learning and new prosperity is on the way. It's just, it might take a little bit. You got to be patient with it. Allow it to happen. The Eight of Swords, which is the overanalysis paralysis, and it's telling you, look, you've got the Queen of Rods here. So this is either a person in your life who is a fire sign, or it is you taking over. I call this my work mode. So even though I'm a Libra with a Virgo cusp, I am definitely this fiery person when it comes to details, okay? So this can be you or another person in your life. So Aries, Leo, Sag, or yourself. Then we have this World card and the Death card. Now, don't be afraid of this card, because what it's saying is death to the old way, and this is the new way. So you've got to let go of the past to move forward into this World card. So stepping into your confidence means let go of the weakness. Let go of the self-doubt. Let go of all the things that you thought you couldn't do. Let go of all the things people said about you that was untrue. Let that be dead and buried and start fresh, okay? Now, this is a beautiful combination. The Moon card with the to all believers. This is actually a joker in this deck, but it's so important I leave it in. It has such a strong message. I want you to understand that this is telling you, you are manifesting what's inside this. Okay, it's like an embryo. And by manifesting it, you have to be balanced in your chakra energy, and you have to be, ready for it. This divine timing means that patience is what's happening here. You've got to have the patience to allow it to develop, okay? And not to get too much in your head. And that's where this comes in. This is all about fear. This 100% is negative energy. It's either fear or somebody very oppressive. This can be self-sabotage. This can be addictive behavior. This can be any of those things. But right here it's telling me it's negative thinking. That's what this is talking about. We can be our own worst enemy. Okay? So don't doubt yourself. That's why these two things are here. It's telling you, believe in yourself, believe in what you are manifesting for yourself and what the universe is helping you to manifest. Don't let fear get in your way. You've got to cut those thoughts out. And having the higher thoughts and letting yourself go with the flow, imagining your future with your, inside your, like in your imagination, bringing that to light. You have to really kind of close yourself off from the non-existence of it. Sometimes you have to manifest it just by allowing yourself not to buy into what you see with your natural eyes. So just because you don't see it in front of you, that's what that Five of Coins is talking about, doesn't mean it can't happen. Things happen all the time. Miracles happen every day. And this is telling you, let the universe guide you and help you. And look at what happens. Ten of Rods. This is a new beginning. This is someone starting a new job or a new business. This is very fruitful new beginning. Moving to the castle now. He's headed for the castle with all his very prosperous. So this is the best 10. You got the end here and the beginning here. Just like that little Fool card talked about. An ending and a new beginning simultaneously. So as soon as one stops, the other starts. Looks like you're going to have an interesting first half of March, Virgo. Many blessings to you. Don't forget I have the weeklies that come out every Friday. For each day of the week, the energy is not about particular horoscope signs. It's about the day. So it's the energy of the day, and I do a whole 7 days reading. And I hope you enjoy it. Many blessings to you. Namaste.